something that I'm doing to allow the cork to rise is, let me catch my breath, is...
anything and everything I can think of that makes me feel good. Wouldn't that be a great way to live life? Anything I can think of that makes me feel good is the right thing for me to do right now.
And one of the things I'm doing, the Oneness Diksha, and out of that came some work with this woman who's helping me in some energetic ways with the Heart Center. And out of the oneness thing and the Indian kind of philosophies, there's this concept of that we are not the thinker of our thoughts, that the thoughts come into our mind, and then in a way we kind of choose to adopt them or not.
Well, let's talk about it in the context of what we've been talking about. We are not offering words to Esther that she is then repeating to you. We're offering a vibration, a knowing that she is receiving vibrationally and interpreting into the thought, realizing into the thought. So that follows with what you're talking about. In other words, if you accomplish a vibrational attitude or atmosphere and are not hindering it with contradictory thoughts that are setting up resistance and making you not able to receive the signal clearly, then you would be the receiver, the interpreter, the allower of the thought. And maybe it's semantics about how that's actually happening, but that is the process. In other words, the thought is coming to you in response. Let's put it to you this way. The life that you have been living has caused you to ask the questions that the answer is culminating to come to you. And so as you receive the answer, it feels to you like you thought the thought, when actually you summoned the thought through the life experience that you were living. You recognized the thought, you materialized the thought, you actualized the thought, you thought the thought.
Both the good and bad, the wanted and unwanted.
Whatever it is, and it's always coming on the heels of whatever vibration you've got going on, always in response to your vibration.
Okay, and where I was further going with this is that they have a process that, say, an unwanted thought and the associated emotion comes in, and it's unwanted. You don't want it. Their strategy is to fully embrace the emotion, and by doing that, it thereby transforms back into love, which is the only thing that there is in the world.
That makes sense.
You either have love or the absence of love.
That makes sense in this sense for sure. That if in the realization of a thought that's uncomfortable, if you tense against it, push against it, justify it, defend it, it's going to get bigger.
It tends to persist,
in the appreciation of the emotion, which is guidance, and the acknowledgement that this guidance is helpful, then you release resistance and...
Well, the knowledge, that's something I'm going to have to write down. Because in the moment, oftentimes, I get consumed by the emotion.
It's sort of like,
the emotion
it's sort of like
consuming.
when you feel pain in your body. Pain in your body is an indication of resistance. And the knee-jerk response from most humans who are living sort of conditional experiences that we've been talking about today is to tense against the pain or to address the pain, to do something with the pain.
Right.
Where if you can relax into the pain, if you can embrace the pain, if you can accept the pain, if you can acknowledge that the pain means it helps on the way, that your cells are summoning and that the energy is moving and that the pain that exists is because you're not allowing the energy that is coming to be received by you, is sort of that same concept. Relax into the negative emotion. Don't tense against it. Don't beat up on yourself. Oh, my guidance is working and telling me that I'm bad. No, your guidance is working and letting you know that you've got a vibrational frequency that is keeping you from being the receiver of your desire, which is a different frequency.
Yeah, and I think, a lot of times...
It seems so simple to us.
Well, yeah, from where you are... But this
Well,
this
maybe-
little part of me down here, sometimes forgets that I got a larger part up there.
But don't continue to argue for your limitations. In
Well,
other words,
yeah.
you know everything that we know, because everything that we are, you are. It's just, and it's a really nice thing when another way of looking at something leads you to the same end result of understanding. Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's inspiration.
I guess maybe we've done enough on that. Sometimes hearing things over and over, I get a little different perspective on it. So.